And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Krug, multi-time All-Star, 32 years first, heading for 2. Around second now, going for 3. The relay in there.
Those always feel great.
So man aboard, Tony Gwynn getting ready to hit. 0 for 4 in the loss yesterday.
The ball club, you've got to hit with runners in scoring position, and after last night's struggles, I'm sure this team is chomping at the bit to have this kind of opportunity here early in this game.
The pitch.
Stravgaming is now live. Streaming MLB The Show 24, MLB The Show 24 Dodgers franchise mode.
Fought off foul. And another ball. This one in the air. Betts makes the catch, and there are 2 outs.
That is good. The right fielder, number 31.
And next will be the cleanup hitter. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. That one at 95, missed up top. 0-1. See the velocity, 97 with that fastball. Here's a 1-1. Good eye right there. Next offering is down low. Manny Machado in the San Diego on deck circle. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. A gigantic blast. It's 2-0. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat.
It wasn't in the air for very long, so let's get a better view of it with StatCast, Singy.
Well, everyone in the ballpark watching it sail out of here was just beautiful, something to behold. But all you really needed was the sound off the bat. Did you hear that, Boog? I mean, that thing was going to go a long ways.
Here's Manny Machado now, and that's in the dirt.
He's given up a couple of runs, but the pitch count really not as high as you would think. Might be able to get through this one under 25 pitches.
2 down, nobody on. Hey! This one's smoked on its way out of here. They go back to back, and they add to the lead. It's 3-0.
And that shot makes their grip on the lead even tighter. Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in the lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
So 2 down. So digging in now for San Diego, Fernando Tatis Jr. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Two gone, bases empty, but 3 runs across here in the second game of the series. The wind of the pitch. And another ball.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
Late on that fastball.
He can live up in the zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. That completes the strikeout, inning over. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 3-0. You're dialed into the show. Back here in L.A. and on the hill, Michael King.
Well, this guy's got sort of a tweener, not quite a slider velocity and not as slow as a curve. It's in between, and he adds and subtracts velocity on it, which makes it harder for the hitters to really get that front foot down and have the timing they need to be successful.
Bottom of the first, and here is Jackie Robinson. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power. And here it comes.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
Just missed. Singy, one of the things that's interesting is that guys really don't worry about swing and miss from an offensive standpoint anymore.
It's a different story, but yeah, if he can put the ball in the gaps or over the fence, 100%.
And he walked him on 4 pitches.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted at first base with a quick free pass.
And up next for Los Angeles, Pee-wee Reese. Swing and a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Digging in, Duke Snyder. That clips a corner. No outs, runners at first and second. That one down the line. That's a base hit. Here comes Jackie flying around third. He'll score, and now just a 2-run deficit.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Matt Kemp digs in now. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Singy, maybe some nerves getting the best of him in the first?
Well, it's hard to know exactly if it's nerves or not, but he just doesn't have it right now. Those hitters on the other side, they're going to say it's nerves and use that as a competitive edge to try to jump on him even more.
Swings and misses. And the count 1-1. Glove side, but it gets through. Around third. The throw in. It's offline, and he scores.
There's nothing cheap about the way he got down through the infield. That was ripped out in front, and he didn't get under like he would like, but definitely put a good swing on it.
First and second, no outs. And here's the catcher, Roy Campanella. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. First pitch, and he just misses.
Well, he's just given up 3 straight hits, and now behind in this count to this hitter. Might be a good time for somebody to call timeout. Maybe the pitching coach go out there and talk to him just a little bit.
And the righty deals. And another ball.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Misses with the 2-0, and he's fired 3 straight outside the strike zone. Freddie Freeman waiting to bat for the Dodgers. First and second here, no outs. Too low, ball 4, and he's walked another.
Well, this came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and the guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something right in the zone.
Freddie Freeman up to the dish. Golden opportunity right here. Here's a strike, 95 of that one. Now the 0-1. Bases juiced, no outs.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up, something. But you
caught it. Year in, year out, this guy an MVP candidate.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
Snyder, the runner at third. Kemp over at second. Campanella over at first with 1 away. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Makes the grab for the second out. Time to check out the Dodgers lineup. They're dealing with a sinker specialist on the mound, which can be a big-time challenge when he's right and working mostly from the knees down.
Well, I think the approach you take is really try to lay off those pitches down in the zone until he gets some called strikes, and then forces you to go after that pitch. Until then, make him elevated, because guys that throw those sinkers, those 2-seamers, really hard for them to be effective up in the zone. Those are pitches you can hammer, and when you get a cookie, you don't want to miss it.
Yusniel Pruitt, the next to hit, takes low for a ball. And that one fouled off. Two outs, bases are full. And that's outside.
Look, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
Two outs. And that one fouled off. And the right-hander deals. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Bases loaded, 2 down. Smoked on the ground to second. In plenty of time to first. Inning over, and it could have been worse. 2 runs in the inning, but they strand 3. On to the second now from Dodger Stadium. It's the Padres 3 and the Dodgers 2. New inning getting started. Stepping in for San Diego, Ha-Sung Kim. And the pitch. On the ground to third. Whips it across. 1 out in the second.
Batting it, the catcher,
Luis Campusano, the next up for the Padres.
I'm liking what I've seen from him at the dish lately. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with a knock in this one.
And that's down and away.
Counts 1-0.
That one a little bit high. 2-0.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
The wind and the pitch. Just missed. One out, bases empty. They say to win.
3-2.
Three and two now. And a foul ball. He stays alive. One down, base is empty. Swings and misses. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. Now batting Jurickson Profar. Line drive. Brings it in for the third out. Padres down in order, and it remains a 3-2 ball game. Bottom half of inning number 2, and at the plate for the Dodgers, James Outman. The pitch just missed. Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
Kicks and deals. And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got him. And now one away.
No, there's a small sigh of relief right there. I mean, just to keep that speed off the base pass. It's not just the pitcher. It's other guys that have to think about it. From your infielders have to think about that runner potentially stealing, but also be in position to make a play. As an outfielder, you're thinking about a base hit to the outfield. I got to get to it quickly to try to keep this guy from taking an extra base. So I think everyone just a little more relaxed that he didn't reach base.
Robinson, the next to hit, takes ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
And another ball.
2 balls, 1 strike.
That pitch clips the outside corner. And that is strike 2. Righty delivers. Puts it in the air out towards left center. He's got it. 2 up, 2 down. Pee-wee Reese steps to the plate for the Dodgers. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. The MO for him is contact. A guy who's going to deliver average, not a ton of power. He's looking to hit a line drive somewhere.
Well, that's why it's a team. And when you look at a lineup, he's a great 2-hole hitter or a guy that you could put at the bottom to help turn that lineup over to have some momentum for your top hitters coming up to the plate.
Got a good eye there. Two down, nobody on. There's the strike. 2-1 now. He swings and fouls one off. Two outs. Lined, and that's a base hit.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
And now Duke Snyder.
Off the plate,
Pitch misses inside, and that's ball one. Left-hand hitter waits.
2-0.
Chris, with that distraction and the speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Right-hander kicks, deals.
That's ball three.
And another ball. Matt Kemp in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Still in the second, already at 44 pitches, so some concern there. That's in there. And now 3-2.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
This one in the air. Kruk right there to make the grab. And that will end the inning. No runs, one hit, no errors, and a man left. We played two full. It's the Padres 3 and the Dodgers 2. And we're back on to the third inning. Here's the second baseman, Xander Bogaerts. As the lefty gets to work. Foul ball there. The 0-1.
I got a ball, one strike.
Bogaerts swings through that one.
One ball, two strikes.
A 1-2. And that one upstairs.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
And so the lefty allows the leadoff free pass. John Kruk will hit next. 1 for 1. He tripled in his first trip. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Nobody out. Runner at first. That missed by a lot. And it's 1-1. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Nothing but curveball so far in the at-bat. Kind of makes it difficult as a hitter to know what to look for because you start wondering if he'll keep coming with it or they'll try to speed you up.
And it gets down for a base hit. Around second is Bogaerts. And now now. Runners at the corners. Nobody out.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
And the batter now, Tony Gwynn.
Outside,
First pitch misses.
If you're going to be a championship type of ball club, you've got to hit with runners in scoring position. And after last night's struggles, I'm sure these guys are chomping at the bit to have this kind of opportunity here early in this game.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Late swing, foul to the left.
Well, he gave up on that pitch early, and it ended up staying in the zone. I'm sure he's kicking himself and would like that pitch again.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. And now the lefty fights it off. He'll see another. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Bogarts on third. Kruk on at first with nobody out.
Five foul balls in a row. I have no idea what that feels like, but you got to love this battle. Just wondering who's going to blink first.
Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
I mean, there aren't many curveballs in the sport today that break like that thing does. Huge movement. It's so difficult to get on the same plane and even think about squaring it up, let alone get a piece and hope he throws something else to keep the at-bat alive.
Next up is the cleanup spot for the Padres. He's already homered here in this one. On the ground to first, could be two. Quick feed to second for one. Return throw to first, got him. Double play, and that'll do it. So one hit is all they get. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Padres 3 and the Dodgers 2. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the inning, and here is Matt Kemp. King back to work. Out in front and foul to the left side.
You know, these Dodgers doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across.
That one ripped. That's down. One hops off the wall, and that's a leadoff double.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. And next for LA, Roy Campanella. That's down and in.
Still relatively early, but with a pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set him up to do more damage later in this game.
The 1-0. Man at second. Ripped into center, base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He scores to tie it up. It's 3-0.
Well, he comes through clutch with the RBI single. That was big. Just a very nice approach and swing right there to use the big part of the field. Everything was on time. He stayed balanced through the entire swing and just launched that one into center.
Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. He's 0 for 1. That one finds the zone, and it's
0-1
0-1. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. And that's outside, and the count is 1-1. Tied up here in the early going. And it is 2-1.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
There's a strike.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
And another ball.
On this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Booth.
Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
Not the start to this inning he was hoping for on the mound. Now he's going to have to really dial it up against the bottom part of this lineup to get out of this jam.
First and second, no outs. Mookie Betts steps to the plate for the Dodgers. The shortstop takes the ball.
Count 1-0.
The pitch. Hits the corner, and it's 1-1. Traffic on the bases with one already in here in the last half of the third. And that one finds its way through. Here comes the runner. Here comes the throw. And it's outline. He will score. It's 4-3.
Couldn't time it up any better than that. Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it. And sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel. Put the ball in the play and just put it towards a hole.
And up next for Los Angeles, Yusniel Pruitt. Grounded out his first time up. And a strike in there.
0-1.
Two runs across in the inning here in the second game of the series. Next offering is in for a strike.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away.
And a pitch. Finds its way through, base hit. They won't test it here. Bases loaded, no outs.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
So up next, James Outman. His first at bat was a strikeout. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes.
1-1, no strike.
Bases loaded, nobody out.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
And a count 1-2. That's inside.
2 strikes.
The 2-2. Absolutely crushed. And that one is going to win by a man down by the river. A massive home run. His second of the year. It's 8-3. Listen to these fans.
This play place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. Well, he comes through big time with the grand slam here, but you also got to give some credit to the guys ahead of him. Really wants to get on base and really set the table for a very special moment in this one.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Michael King out of the game, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this. Stephen Colin taking over on the mound.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Now it's the Dodger leadoff hitter, Jackie Robinson. Maybe expecting a bunt here. Third baseman playing in on the edge of the grass. That one's in there. It's 0-1. On the ground to the left. Gets it to first. One gone, bottom of the third inning.
We talk about how the ball is coming out of a pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder. Wow, really impressive.
Pee Wee Reese now at the plate. Singing, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Oh, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
And he lays down a bunt. And he barehands it. Throw to first. And very nicely done for the out. Well, he gave the bunt a shot there, but not able to execute.
Yeah, I think he rushed it a little bit. And when guys rush, it can be a pop-up or it can be bunted right back at a position player.
Duke Snyder steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And ball one. Two outs, base is empty. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
And now it's going to be Matt. This one high in the air to left center. Profar has a beat on it. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And that is that. Dodgers with the big blast, a grand slam. It's now 8-3. Back after this on the show. Back here at Chavez Ravine as we go to the top of the fourth. So digging in now for San Diego, Manny Machado. And the pitch. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. Machado, a former All-Star, a member of the 1,000 hit club, a former first-round pick back in 2010. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Caught. He reaches into the dugout and makes the play.
The lefty, number 24, Fernando Tatis.
So with one down, it'll bring up Fernando Tatis Jr. 0 for 1 so far. First pitch just misses.
Count 1-0.
Base is empty, one away. Top half of inning number 4. Next offering is in for a strike. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
ball.
count.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now. Just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sink of his body. That's his 5th strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in. So hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are just a little tough to watch right now.
Swinging a foul straight back. Two down, nobody on. That clips the zone. That's strike 2. And that one missing low.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Now a high fly ball out to left center. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that is that. Back here at Dodger Stadium, bottom of the 4th, here's a big power threat. Roy Campanella. The wind to the pitch. And strike 1 to the catcher. That's a little bit low.
1-0.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Freddie Freeman steps to the plate for the Dodgers. He's got the power, but great contact skills. One of the best contact hitters in the game. That's in there. That's strike 1. Left-hand batter waits. And a foul ball. Runner at first with no outs here. Spoils it. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Man at first. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Mookie Betts. 1 for 2. That one fouled off. Campanella, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. That misses. 1-1. Turns and fires to Betts. And a foul ball. And a pitch. And Mookie takes.
It's a good take.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Two now. Good job to fight that one off. Man at first, 1 away. And that one is lifted in the air. Sizing this one up. Makes the catch.
The right fielder, number 66. Yusniel Pruitt.
And now the right fielder, Yusniel Pruitt. Great speed and great power. A great athlete, quite simply. That one missing inside.
When you have a real athletic player and who's able to do the baseball mechanical things really well, look out, because the sky's the limit on that potential.
2 outs. That misses. And the count is 2-0.
2 balls, no strikes.
Kicks and fires.
8-2.
Bounce to the right. And it gets by him. And that extends the inning.
Now left.
James Outman steps to the plate for the Dodgers. He's already homered in this game. Fastball for a strike. 0-1. Two on, 2 outs. Swings and misses. And the count is 0-2. Ball 1 there.
2 strikes.
And he deals. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. In time, the 2-3 strikeout ends the inning. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. On to the top of the 5th we go. It's the Dodgers 8 and the Padres 3. We go to the top of the 5th. Here's the catcher, Luis Campusano. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers.
Well, Boog, after watching the first inning of this one, you would not have expected that this pitcher would be in such a groove and still in the ball game at this point.
This one in the air. Reese under it. He's there. He's got it. 1 up, 1 down.
The center fielder, number 10, Jurickson Profar.
Next for the Padres, Jurickson Profar. He's 0 for 1. Out to short, bats up with it. Gathers and throws to first. Profar is out. And here comes Sander Bogarts. That one missed. Foul ball. The Dodgers leading by 5, and we're at the top of the 5th. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Two down, nobody on. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count with 2 outs. 2 outs. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Padres go down 1-2-3. Nothing doing there for the Friars. Can't chip away at an 8-3 deficit. We head to the bottom of the 5th, and stepping in is the speedy Jackie Robinson. This is a guy you got to keep an eye on when he digs in. Definitely been known to drop a drag bunt from time to time, and he's pretty good at it, Chris.
Yeah, and he creates a sense of urgency for the defense because of the speed, because of the ability to put down that bunt.
First offering, and it just misses. Now you see even sluggers from time to time try and use the bunt really as a way to beat the shift. Ball to strike. And a seed into center. That's a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
He was all over that one. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good.
And now here is Pee Wee Reese. Just missed. Robinson aboard here at first with nobody out. Fly ball down the line. Sizes this one up. Squeezes it. Duke Snider steps to the plate for the Dodgers. This is a true five-tool guy. Not very many of them out there, but when he's on the field, you can't take your eye off of him.
Fans come to the ballpark to watch him play. And in baseball, to have such a talented player going out there every day and putting on the show that he does, just a joy to watch.
Swung on, belted. Profile going back. Gotta eat. He sends it out of here. His 4th home run of the season, and they add on. It's 10-3.
They wasted no time in that at bat, swinging at the first pitch, and he punished it. See a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
Base is empty, 1 away. Matt Kemp getting ready to hit. That's inside. Hits for average power, the ability to field, the arm, and then the speed. Really impressive. 1 down, base is empty. And that's off the inside edge. Now 2-0. In the air, fairly deep to right field.
But going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
2 outs, base is empty. Roy Campanella steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Smash down the left field line. Tatis flashes the leather on the running catch. 2-run shot for the Dodgers this inning. It's now 10-3. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back here in L.A., now it's going to be John Kruk.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that guy on the mound work to get you out.
And the 0-1. And a foul ball. The wide to kick the pitch. Misses off the plate, and that is ball 1.
On the mound, he had a little trouble back in the first, but it's been a different story the rest of the way. Really settled into this outing nicely.
And now it's 1-2. Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. Up with it, fires to first. Gets him. One away on a drop third strike.
Well, obviously that was nowhere near the strike zone by the time it got to the plate, and people at home watching are thinking, what's he swinging at? But I'll tell you, some of the break guys snap off these days is just devastating. It can be so tough to recognize where a pitch like that's going to end up.
Gwynn in the box again, takes a strike. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. And it gets by him. Around second now as they still don't have it.
Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the ball straight to it. That's great work right there. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
Runner at third with one gone. Now it's the right fielder. That one misses, and that's ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
Here comes a pitch.
Ball 2.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
And that is in for a strike. And it's 2-1 now. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. That one back there. And out of here. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they're chipping away. It's 10-5.
It's really impressive how he's able to take an outside fastball, get around it, and hit it with authority to the pull side. Most guys are popping up weakly to the opposite field.
Here's Manny Machado. First pitch doesn't find the zone. And that's in for a strike. Still only one out here in the inning. That one not close. 2-2.
Talk about the right guy at the right spot. They really need a rally, and this guy is someone you can believe in to find a way to get on base.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Had him out front for strike 3.
Well, that's pretty much the dream two-strike curveball. If you're the pitcher, hard downward break at the very end that just dips below the swing path. And they say pitchers want to try to bounce that pitch right on top of the plate. So that was exactly what he was looking for on the mound.
Tatis stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Strike on the outside. And the count 1-1. On the ground to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. But two come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this two-run homer. It's down to 5 at 10-5 now. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Bottom of the 6th inning. Stepping in, Freddie Freeman.
The first baseman, Freddie Freeman.
Right-hander back to work. Pitch misses there. 1-0.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees, and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire's strike zone.
The 1-0. And there's a ball. Righty to the plate.
Ball 3.
Freeman will take his base.
4 pitches. That's an easy walk, man. He could have walked me right there, Boog. The last one wasn't even close.
Here's Mookie Betts now. 1 for 3. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on-base and slugging, too. Pitch in for a strike. 0-1.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power. But then if this hitter gets a strike or two on him, he's still very comfortable. And because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
Pitch misses there. 1-2 to count.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Freeman gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Whipped into left center, base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
The right fielder, number 66.
Yusniel Pruitt steps to the plate for the Dodgers. First pitch misses. Here comes Freddie around third. He scores, and it's now a 6-run lead.
It's around the board and picks up an RBI. You often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with a well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
So the Padres with a new arm in the mound, Wandy Peralta.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Now the left fielder, James Outman. Out towards left center, sizing this one up. And makes the grab. Runner tags from third. He's in to score on the sac fly. Throw 5 is our score. And next for LA, Jackie Robinson. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. In there, and it's 0-1.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
At the belt and fires. Foul ball, still 0-2. The pitch. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. 2 runs across in the inning here in the bottom of the 6th. That one just misses. Yeah, the count 1-2.
Excellent arm action on that 2-strike changeup. Just missed. Man, he wanted that call.
Ground ball right side, and that one finds its way through. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with 1 gone.
The third baseman, Pee-wee Reese.
Now the number 2 hitter, Pee-wee Reese. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. Two on, 1 out. Pitch misses, and 1-1. Right center field, and a touchdown for a hit. 1 run is in, around third. Another comes in to score, and now a wide throw to third.
What a really nice balanced swing on it, and when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box, and he'll feel real good about that one.
So 1 gone with a runner at third. Duke Snyder steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And first offering is fouled off. And downstairs.
He doubled up on the off speed there. We talk about the power fastball, but he's working a little differently here.
That one finds the zone. Now 1-2. 1 away with a runner at third here in the 2nd game of the series. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. In the air, right field, gets under it. He makes the grab. Runner tagging from third. The throw is offline, and he's in to score. And it's a double-digit lead as they're up by 10.
Man, there's a sac fly to bring home another run in this inning. These hitters are just piling it on. We're seeing some really quality at-bats out of this team right now.
Kemp in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Two outs. He swings and hits a fly ball center field. Profar has a beat on it. Hauls it in to end the inning. But they tack on 5 runs. We're through 6 full. Dodgers lead this one 15-5. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's the shortstop, Ha-Sung Kim. The lefty fires. Inside, just missed.
Well, he's so great about hitting the ball the other way. He gets those arms extended. So right there, just trying to straighten him up a little bit so he doesn't have as much outside plate coverage.
The pitch. comes up empty. That's strike two.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Just missed. And here it comes. And there's a rocket into the outfield. And that's going to kick into the corner. Around first and hustling for second. And he's got a leadoff double.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
So a man aboard, and now the catcher comes up to hit. Luis Campusano. This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. Hauls it in for the out. And there's one away. The lefty closing in on 100 pitches. And now the center fielder, Jurickson Profar.
Now just about to hit that century mark, 100 pitches for this game.
And first offering is fouled off. Kim leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. And a big swing and a miss. Movement in the bullpen. Blake Trinan getting loose out there. Garcia, the lefty, warming up as well. And the pitch.
Ball.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
The 1-2. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. Picks up strikeout number 7. It's Xander Bogaerts now.
Second base, Xander Bogaerts.
Ball 1 to Bogaerts. And it's fouled away. Man on second, 2 down. And that one fouled off. The 1-2. And another ball. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Two outs. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
Now he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
Next offering upstairs. John Kruk on deck for the Padres. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Swinging a foul ball at the plate. They'll do it again. Man at second. Gets a piece and stays alive.
Quite the matchup we're seeing here. 6 foul balls in this at bat alone. Really making him work out there.
3-2 on the way. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Catcher tosses the mask, settles under it, and makes the play, and that's out number 3. This one pretty well decided at this point. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. Dodgers lead it 15-5. And we're back, bottom of the 7th, and here's the catcher, Roy Campanella.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
Peralta back to work. And that one ripped to left. And that's a fair ball. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The throw in. But he's in there easily.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. It's always fun to see a double rip down the line. That one just barely stayed fair. So that was a good call by the umpire. He was all over it.
And now the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. That pitch gets the inside corner. And that's strike one.
0-1's the count.
Left-hand hitter waits.
8-2.
Activity in the bullpen for San Diego. Tom Cosgrove, the young lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. The next pitch misses, and it's 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
Swing and a high fly ball down the right field line. Drops into the glove. Runner tags at second, and he's in safely at third with 1 out.
Now the shortstop, Mookie.
Here's Mookie now.
Fly ball to the outfield for a sac fly. Soft ground ball to the right side. Find a hole. He can attack this a few ways, but the one thing he can't do is strike out.
Pitch misses. Ball 1. And now the lefty. Liner caught at second.
From up here, it looked like that liner might be splitting the gap in right center. It's one of those atom balls you just have to live with as a hitter.
Yusniel Pruitt steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. And first offering is fouled off. There's a strike. Next offering upstairs.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
The pitch. This one popped up. Kruk in position. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. So a leadoff double, but they can't cash it in. We look ahead to inning number 8. Dodgers out front 15-5. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Alex Vesia. He's been so good against lefties. Stepping in for San Diego, John Kruk.
The first baseman, John Kruk.
And the pitch. That's in there. And it's 0-1. And he gets that fastball by him upstairs.
0-2.
It might be time to choke up a little bit. Get that front foot down early. Maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Slow roller to third. Slings to first, and that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th. Tony Gwynn, the next up for the Padres. Chris, his skill set straight out of the mid-80s. Good contact, not much power, and he could run. He always uses the wheels to his advantage.
His biggest challenge in this day and age is to not get caught up in trying to hit home runs because so many people are.
That's towards center. Snyder settles under it. Hauls it in, 2 away.
Now batting, number 31.
So here's the cleanup hitter, number 31, looking for his third home run of the game.
Yeah, he blasted his second of the game in the 6th inning. This guy looks like he's playing on beginner mode in this one.
Beginner mode is where it's at, Chris. He swings and drives one out to deep left field. That one is gone. And he's gone yard again. That's his third home run of the game. It's 15-6. Singy, the ball is jumping off his bat.
Yes, it is. Tons of loud contact. Man, it's been impressive. He's putting on quite the show at the dish here in this one, and he's just so locked in with this swing, and he's just not missing right now. A 3-homer game, man, it's so special. And I tell you what, it's a lot of fun watching him pull it off as well.
2 outs, nobody on. Manny Machado up to the plate. And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
They just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
2 down, nobody on, and we're in the top of the 8th. That one off the mark. Going to count 1-2. In the air, right field, pretty well struck. Pruitt raging back towards the wall, and it's off the out-of-town scoreboard. And
that's his second extra base hit in this one. So close to blasting that one out of here the other way, but well, that's very tough to do when you take on the outfield gap like that. Beautiful swing, though. Let the ball get a little deep and drove it to the opposite field.
Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
0-1.
Man on second, 2 down. He swings and fouls one off. Cut on and miss, struck him out. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. But a solo home run will at least get this closer to respectability. Last half of the 8th coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Trevor Hoffman.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it. He's going to find a way because these batters count the same for the stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
And a pitch. Out. And stands in now and watches strike 1. That clips the corner.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat.
Wow, short work to send it back and to start the inning, and no messing around either. All 3 pitches were in the strike zone, attack mode all the way, and that's pretty impressive given the pop he was dealing with at the plate.
Robinson now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. Bullpen action for the Padres. Tom Cosgrove preparing to come on if needed. Base is empty, 1 away. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. The pitch. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. One down, base is empty. That one misses. Now 1-2. The pitch.
That's ball two.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
And misses inside. To the right side. Kruk takes it to the bag. He didn't make things easy for him there, but they still get the out.
Number 1, Pee-wee Reese.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the third baseman, Pee-wee Reese. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch. Just shot it through the infield.
2 outs, runner at first. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Duke Snider. There's a strike. The Dodgers up big in this one here in the second game of the series. And the right-hander deals.
1 ball.
In the
2
dirt,
strikes.
but kept close. And the runner stays where he is. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Pulled the string on the changeup. All set to start the 9th in this one. So digging in now for San Diego, Ha-Sung Kim. Vesia back to work. And first offering is fouled off. In the air, right field. And there's one away. Here's the catcher, Luis Campusano. 0-1. Right through there for a strike.
If you're not ready for that pitch, you're just going to swing and miss or pop it up, waste the at-bat. If you're going to let it go, you better be ready to swing it.
Now this is in the air down the line. And that drops foul. That one way inside.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Wouldn't chase that time. The Padres with a lot of ground to make up here at the top of the 9th. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And there's 2 down.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
So they're down to their final out. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Jurickson Profar. In the air, right field. Dives, but he can't get it. It's a foul ball. And he deals. Right through there for a strike. One strike away. And that is the ball game.
Well, when you win by 9 runs, you have plenty of insurance runs. It's a huge confidence boost when you can just put that many runs up on the board. And I'll tell you what, the next game starter is saying, hey, I hope you all save some runs for me. I want to get a win as well.
This one ends 15-6. Dave Roberts and company celebrate in the dugout. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Schaumburg. Thanks for joining us.
The ball game, 4 hours and 29 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance, a sellout, 56,000. The Dodgers thank you for attending tonight's game. And as you leave Dodger Stadium, we remind you to please drive home safely.
Coming to you live from Southern California, an NL West matchup on the show. It's the San Diego Padres taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. John Schaumburg alongside Chris Singleton. So the Los Angeles Dodgers have taken the first 2 games of this series, and today they'll go for the sweep. They played well, Chris, and they're looking for more of the same in this one.
Yeah, they've been the side shaking hands on the field after each game so far. Played solid baseball to earn those wins, as you said, but every game offers up its own unique challenges. So we'll see what those are today, but there's always a little extra motivation when you have an opportunity to sweep a series.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. First pitch moments away, and pitching here today, Fernando Valenzuela.
He's racked up over 2,000 strikeouts in his career. He's such a competitor out in the mound. So fun to watch him work. I'm excited for this one.
Ready to go now? Now it's the second baseman, Xander Bogaerts.
The second baseman, Xander Bogaerts.
The wind and the pitch. That's
Ball
outside.
outside.
And that's how this game gets started. Kicks and deals. And a base hit into right.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Next for the Padres, John Kruk. Swing and a miss. Multi-time All-Star, batting second in today's lineup. What a run over the last 10 as he's hitting over 400 during that span. Step off, throw to first, and he's back in there. And a pitch. That one finds the zone, and the count is 0-2.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Nobody out, runner at first. Now a fly ball to right center. Sizes this one up. Brings it in. One away. As we take a look at the Padres lineup, a really frustrating showing for them in their last game. Lots of traffic on the bases, but they left a ton of runners on base. Couldn't cash in their chances, Chris.
They had plenty of chances. There's nobody to blame it on but themselves offensively. They just did a poor job converting in those situations. You have to figure out what's your plan going to be. Maybe watch some tape from the last game. Make the adjustment. So if you get those opportunities in this one, you've got a much better chance of scoring some runs.
Tony Gwynn, batting with one down, takes a strike. Bogaerts stands at first with one out.
Always tough to turn 2 on a speedster like this. It's even harder with him coming out of the left-handed batter's box. You really need something to hit hard on the ground that they can handle to turn 2 quickly.
Got it swinging. 2 down.
Wow, what a pitch for the strikeout right there. He placed that screwball on the inside, and man, that thing moves a ton. That's a unique pitch. So tough to throw. You don't see many guys throwing that pitch, but you can put it right there against same-side hitters. Almost impossible to handle.
Here's the cleanup hitter for the Padres. Yeah, he swings and misses, and it's nothing at all.
1 strike.
Two outs. That's off the mark, and it's 1-1. Swings through that one.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Got him. Inning over on the strikeout. They get a leadoff single, but leave him stranded. The Dodgers coming up, and we are scoreless. Back here with my pal Siggy, and towing the slab in this one, Joe Musgrove.
Oh, very solid ERA last season, just a little over 3. And when you've got a guy like that, taking the mound for you. The offense is definitely expected to score 4 runs at least unless they're really struggling. So more times than not, when he's on the ball, you're going to win the ball game if you just do your part as an offense. So last year, great year. He wants to repeat that or even improve. And I think there is some room for improvement. He's got good stuff. It's just executing from hitter to hitter.
Jackie Robinson, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. And the 1-0.
No. 2-0 to count.
There's a strike. That one misses, and that's ball 3. Right through there for a strike.
Full count.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Very frustrating right there as a speedy potential base runner. With 2 strikes, you just struggle to put the ball in play. You don't even have to get a hit at that point. You can help your team just by reaching on an error. But some way you got to find a way to shorten up the swing and put the ball in play next time.
Tosses to first. And here this afternoon, 2 quickly away in the bottom of the first. Time now for Dave Roberts' lineup for the Los Angeles Dodgers. And one to watch, of course, their 3-hole hitter, Duke Snider.
Well, he's an important part of this lineup for sure. I mean, there's no doubt about it, Boog. It's somebody that they try to feed off of. He does a lot of things, very well up there at the plate. He's got a presence about him, and, he's a guy that you really kind of like to watch swing the bat.
Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. 2 down, nobody on. Strike 2.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
Not close with that one. Ball 1. Bounced up the middle. Whips it to first on the run. Not in time. He's safe.
Did a nice job getting there. Good throw, but very difficult to get anybody on that one as far as you had to go and throw.
Yeah, no question. Runner at first with 2 away. Matt Kemp digs in now. And ball 1. In the air, out towards left center. Tatis pulls that one down, and that is that. 1 left for LA. We played an inning, no score. All set for the start of the inning. Now Machado up here.
Number 13, Manny Machado.
As the lefty gets to work. This one chopped in the ground, but foul. The wind of the pitch. That one finds the zone. 0-2 now. Woody Keller making the calls behind home for us today.
And Boog, something to keep an eye on is how pitchers utilize the top part of the strike zone. We see a lot more of that in today's game with pitchers going up there with hard stuff. Keller, definitely an umpire that isn't afraid to call strikes up in that part of the strike zone.
Here comes a pitch. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
gets him swinging with that screwball, and it was a good one. You know, the screwball is often compared to a changeup because of the velocity and the arm side movement, but the big difference is what you saw right there. A lot more depth or drop than most changeups, and it caused him to swing right over the top.
Second inning here, no score. Edge of the zone for a strike, and now it's even 1-1.
Tatis is so athletic, he probably could have carved out a career in other sports if he wanted, but he grew up in a baseball family with baseball in his blood.
On the ground to third, Reese zips it to first. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second.
Batting seventh, the shortstop, Ha-Seong Kim.
2 outs, base is empty. Stepping in for San Diego, Ha-Seong Kim.
This lineup's going to have to find a way to make him work a little harder out there on the mound. I mean, he is just mowing him down. He's settling in. You got to make him uncomfortable. Maybe step out of the box, call timeout, do whatever it takes.
This one in the air, right field. Pruitt makes the play, and that's the 3rd out. Offense held in check there. Now to the bottom of the second. No score.
Which one of y'all are ready to put in that work? Yeah, buddy, stop playing. You ain't never been able to put a bit of your effort in that hurt.
Back here at Dodger Stadium, and here's the rookie catcher, Roy Campanella.
Not only can he hit the cover on the ball, he's got a great eye as well.
The wind of the pitch. He was late there. Strike 1. Musgrove, a former All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a curve, a cutter, a slider, and he works in a changeup. Right field, down the line, and that one slices foul. Got him looking. Now 1 away.
Well, he went up there trying to be aggressive, that's for sure, hacking at those first 2 pitches, but clearly that last one fooled him. He could have been sitting on something else entirely, but you want to be able to adjust on 0-2 and at least get a swing off when it's in the zone. Maybe choke up, maybe spread out your stance a little bit. You got to give the guy credit on the mound, though. He went right after it.
Freddie Freeman up to the dish. And a curve is down and in. One down, base is empty. Fouled off. He was late. Righty delivers. Fought off foul. That one inside. 2-2. 1 out, base is empty. Outside low. Full count now. Freeman hits it in the air. Coming on. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that quickly 2 away.
Batting seventh, the shortstop.
And now it's Mookie Betts. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. To the right side, Bogaerts handles the chance, fires over to first, and that'll do it. So they make short work of him there. We head on now to the top of the 3rd. We're tied, 0-0. Well, here we go. Top of the 3rd, scoreless game. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Luis Campusano. The wind to kick the pitch. That one catches the zone. That's strike 1.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
And now the 0-1. And that one just missed off the outside edge. The pitch. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. The pitch. Got him swinging.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
So digging in now for San Diego, Jurickson Profar. There's a strike. Top of the third, no score. Ground ball, left side. Throw on to Freeman. First two batters retired here in the top of the third.
The batter, the second baseman.
Here's Xander Bogaerts. He's 1 for 1, led off the game with a single. And a foul ball. Two outs. And that's in for a strike. That misses the zone, and the count is 1-2. 2 outs, base is empty. In the dirt, and that's ball 2.
2-2.
That one just misses.
Really good tip.
2 down, nobody on. And a swing and a miss, and that's that. Padres go down quietly, and we are still scoreless. Back here at Chavez Ravine, here's the rookie right fielder, Yusniel Pruitt. Musgrove back to work. And there's a foul ball. Righty to the plate. Foul ball there. Not even close there. And that's ball 1. Stays alive. And here it comes. Next offering is outside. Two now. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Swing and a ball popped up. Kim should have this one. Nabs it, and there's one down. And up next for Los Angeles, James Outman went deep in the ball game last night. He's been
been known to jump all over the first pitch, so that seems like a missed opportunity right there.
The 0-1. Fastball for a strike. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Well, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of
second
pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
So the lineup flips over. Here's the second baseman, Jackie Robinson. Throw over to first. Outman back in on a dive. That one in there across the letters. And the 0-1. Runner on the go. Pitching for a strike. And that's a stolen base. Not even close.
You know what? I like the aggressiveness right there. It looks like it's going to be tough to score in this one. Really good pitching so far. So why not try to put some pressure on him and see if he can steal the bag, get in the scoring position.
Off the plate, and the count 1-2.
Well, I think he's trying to get a feel for where that one missed. I mean, it could have gone either way, but he looked a little shocked for a second there.
Outman, the runner at second with one away. Now a pop-up on the infield. Kim makes the grab, and there's two gone.
Good hard fastball into the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
And next for L.A., Pee-wee Reese. Grounded out his first time. And that one fouled off. And it's second. That's a little bit low. Next offering is in for a strike. And that's downstairs and outside.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swings and misses. Had him out front for strike 3. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. On to inning number 4. No score. On to the 4th. Stepping in for San Diego, John Kruk.
John Kruk.
And the pitch. Upstairs. That misses the zone, and that's ball 2.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
Pitch in the dirt, and it's 3-0. And there's ball 4.
That could jumpstart an offense that's really struggled to score in this one. Don't want to wake a team up with the free pass.
Go ahead run on base. And next is the designated hitter, Tony Gwynn. Struck out swinging his first time. And fouled off. All tied up here in the third and final game of the series. And that's a little high. That one out to right. He's got it.
Now number 31.
And next will be the cleanup hitter. Scoreless here, but now he's got to deal with a guy who's got some power. Got to be careful when you're talking about a hitter with this type of slug and these type of home run totals. And that's a strike.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out on that double play.
That's a strike, and it's 0-2.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at-bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
Kicks and fires. Outside low, and it's 1-2.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in an 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
The 1-2. And a swing and a miss. That's out number 2.
Came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way. But that time, a little anxious.
Here's Machado. Struck out swinging his first time. Fouled off. He was late. Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. Padres leave one. Still no score. Back here in L.A., John Chubby and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the fourth, Duke Snider. The pitch. That clips the inside corner for a strike. Snider, 28 years old. He's knocked in 9 over his last 10 games. Right-hander kicks, deals. That one almost got him. Next offering upstairs.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
And he deals. Battling here as he fouls it away. Next pitch is outside. Outside, and that is ball 4.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Matt Kemp will hit next. Fly to left his first time. That one's in there, 0-1. And the righty deals.
Wow, that was clutch. Huge situation and an incredibly tough play. I thought he was going to drop for sure, but he makes what might be the play of the game. That was absolutely amazing.
Roy Campanella steps to the plate for the Dodgers. swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at-bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Power versus power right there, like two locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? A really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working. How was that fastball out of here?
So 1 out, nobody on. And here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman.
No, that's
Just
a ball.
missed.
1 ball, no strike.
Popped up. Moving under this one. Brings it in. And there's 2 away.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Here's Mookie now. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. Absolutely crushed. And that one is going to land by a man down by the river. That was blasted to the moon. It's their second home run of the inning, and they add to their lead. It's 3-0. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth. Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
Base is empty with 2 away. Now at the plate, Yusniel Pruitt. That one finds the zone. Strike 1. Two outs. That misses. And 1-1. Gets the slider in there for a strike.
He must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at-bat.
Swing and a high fly ball deep left field. That's back. Gone! Big Dog's gotta eat. Another one. Back-to-back homers. Home run number 5 on the season, and they boost their lead. It's 4-0.
He's been so difficult to pitch against lately. It seems like no matter how you attack him, he finds a way to punish you. Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ballpark.
James Outman, the next to hit. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. Profile going back and caught on the warning track. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready now for the 5th inning. So digging in now for San Diego, Fernando Tatis Jr. Valenzuela back to work. Just off the inside edge. Hard hit right side. Throws to first, and they take care of Tatis for the out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Ha-Sung Kim getting ready to hit. Flied to right his first time. That one fouled off.
He's controlling things out there on the mound, not messing around at all. He's been in attack mode since the very start.
On the ground. Tosses to first.
Out.
And the first two set down at the top of the fifth.
Catcher, Luis Campusano.
Next, it's the catcher for the Padres, Luis Campusano. He struck out swinging at his first at-bat. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a two-out knock keeps the inning alive.
The center.
And he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced. So I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
Man at first. Now, Jurickson Profar. He's 0 for 1. And there's a breaking ball that drops in there. The Padres down by 4. And we're at the top of the fifth. Fastball for a strike.
Perhaps
No ball.
not quite ready to hit. First two pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
And the pitch. And down on strikes he goes. Picks up strikeout number 7. One left for San Diego. They trail it here 4-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And stepping in is the speedy Jackie Robinson. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. And he bunts, but that's a foul ball. The pitch. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
Third baseman, number 1, Pee-wee Reese.
And at the plate for the Dodgers, Pee-wee Reese. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Base is empty, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5. And there's the strike.
One way to make a guy real uncomfortable at the plate is pound him inside with good velocity. They're doing that right here.
The pitch. Lifted in the air, right field. On the move. Calls it in for the out. 2 down.
The center fielder, number 4,
Duke Snider steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
Snyder.
This guy makes great contact. One of the best in the game at putting bat on ball.
He's got such quick hands, and he's gaining pitch recognition. That keeps him square to the plate. There's a good chance that his bat stays in the zone a long time. And
that ends the inning, so we take a break.
Back against the wall, but I made it out. Never knew the outcome, but I played it out. I just kept on grinding on my paper route. Support the whole fan, put the music out. Hardy's cap.
Back here at Dodger Stadium. Now here is Xander Bogaerts.
Xander Bogaerts.
As the lefty gets to work. And that's off the inside edge.
1-0.
And that is ball 1. Kicks and deals. Fouled off left side. And a pitch. Right back to him on the mound. To first.
Out.
1 up, 1 down.
The batter, the first baseman.
Next for the Padres, John Kruk.
the offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone.
No ball. 1 strike.
The Dodgers leading by 4, and we're the top half of the 6th. Ball one there.
1-1.
Swing and a miss.
Well, he went inside a couple of times, and now outside. Hitter's not exactly sure where to look for this next pitch.
Line drive and a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Well, his hot hitting continues. He's been getting great results lately. Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely. And that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
Runner on at first with 1 gone. Now it's the DH, Tony Gwynn. That's down and in.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
And a pitch. Grounder might be 2. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly, but plenty of time to recover, and that's the 2nd out. And now the right fielder. And first offering is fouled off. That one missed. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Base knock right field. Coming home. He will score. It's 4-1.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
And now it's Manny Machado. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. And that one off the outside edge. Next offering is in for a strike. 2 outs and a runner at third. Here in the 3rd and final game of the series. And Manny gets a piece. And now the lefty gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
2 outs. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. To the bottom of the 6th we go. 4, 5, 6 coming up. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Padres 1. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Steven Wilson.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Now it's the power speed combo, Matt Kemp.
The designated hitter, Matt Kemp.
The pitch. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And it's 1-0.
No strike.
Just missed. At the belt and fires.
Huh.
Swing and a foul straight back. Next one misses, and that's ball 3. Struck him out looking.
Man, he had the stanky leg on that one right there. That curveball just locked him up.
Next up, the Dodgers catcher, Roy Campanella. He had a big swing back in the 4th, a 2-run homer, and that helped them get the lead.
And what a swing it was, Boo. Poetry in motion. And those are the type that you hardly feel when you connect with the baseball. Just so smooth, a great feeling off the bat.
Ball 1, no strikes. And it's fouled away. That one finds the zone, and a count 1-2. And the right-hander deals.
Ball 2.
That one missing inside.
This guy's a fun guy. Watch take it.
Here now is our final line for this